Good morning. I responded to the call that you had a burglary last night.
Yeah.
I'm Detective Inspector Sandal. Here to talk to you and ask a few questions about what happened. Thank you. Right, sir. You just take a seat in here. So, you state your name for the record.
Robert Mewks. That's Meheus.
Right, okay, and the date is the 25th of May. Right, so tell me exactly what happened here last night.
Well, I don't know exactly, but first I was asleep and I heard this noise. I came out and someone had broken in and left, and they'd nicked my basketball, my laptop, and then when I got to the door, they were driving off in my car.
What sort of time was this?
I didn't have my watch on, but I think it was like around about 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
Okay, thank you very much. And what might you want with a basketball?
I don't know. I mean, ask him.
Was it a particularly nice basketball?
I say ask him. I don't even know if it was a him.
Was it a particularly nice basketball?
It was pretty good.
Okay, cool. And what sort of car was it?
It was it's like electric blue Peugeot 207.
Lovely. Could you state your number plate of the car?
It's WF58 ULN.
Okay, awesome. So if we get a call about that car, we'll go and respond. I put it on the thing. Okay, thank you very much. That'll be all for now. For the further questions later. Hello? Yep. Okay, understood. Thank you. Right, they found the car. Down at Fulham Park. Okay. Whiskey Foxtrot 58 Uniform Lima November. Yep, right number plate. Yes, is the car. Yeah. Stolen laptop, stolen ball. Keys left in. Find a cloth there. Wallet. Right, swab all this for prints and DNA then. James, get to it. Thank you. Then take some photos. What do we have? Oh, it's a balaclava. Here you go. Put that in your bag. Hold on. What's that? Right. I think that might be him. Sir, I'm a police officer. Could I ask you to step down from the tree and state your name? State your name, please. Yes, what's your name, sir? What's that? What's your name? What? Which one? Alright, you're under arrest! Do not have to say anything, it may have been defence if you do not mention it in question something to later on in court. Right, come on. Right. Down there. You uncomfortable? No. Right, interview 001 with Mr. Jordan Alistair Blair regarding the incident on the 2nd of September 2018. Okay, right, could you just again state your name for record?
No comment.
Right, okay, I see how this is going to go. So, could you tell me your location on the
Can I have a glass
night
of water?
of the 2nd of September 2018?
No comment. Can I have a glass of water, please?
Okay, could you get a glass of water, please? Right, okay, it's on its way.
Cheers.
Okay, but where was your location?
No comment.
Okay, do you know Lidford Close?
No comment.
Okay, do you know Mr. Robert Mewkes?
No comment.
Okay, did you steal a Peugeot 207?
No comment.
Did you steal an Asus laptop?
No comment.
Did you steal a basketball?
Maybe.
Right. Okay.
Is that really an offence if I like sports?
No. If you stole
Do you
one,
know?
if you stole a basketball, then that would be a bit different, wouldn't it?
No
So,
comment.
did you steal one?
No comment.
Okay. Our lab assistant should be in a second. Some evidence. Did you ditch the car you stole at Fulham Park?
No comment.
Right, okay. Were you sitting in the tree after you committed the crime?
The tree was falling over.
Okay.
No comment.
Why did you run away from the police when we approached you at Fulham Park?
Because I'm too fast. No.
Okay, so you just ran away because you wanted to have a run.
Because I'm fast.
Right, okay.
Son.
And you definitely didn't steal the car? Oh,
No.
here's our lab assistant. Thank you,
Here we
CSI Blight. Right,
Yeah.
so
Alright.
if you look here, we have CCTV from down in Fulham Park of you driving the vehicle. So, you got anything to say about that now? Nah. So we've got another one here of you driving down. Right, that is disgusting. Anyway, we have another picture here of you driving down a different piece of road, okay? So, come on, what have you got to say for yourself? And also, here we have your fingerprints all over the laptop, the basketball, and the... No.
Kobe.
Behave. Okay, so now you've seen that there are fingerprints all over the basketball, laptop, and steering wheel. Have you got anything else to say now?
Disappointed in myself.
Right.
No, I shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry to Robert Mewkes.
Okay, that's very good. Thank you for admitting that.
Shake your hand now.
No, we just need to take a statement from
Oh.
you in a minute. We'll do that in a bit. Firstly, before I do that, would you be willing to cooperate in a restorative justice system with Mr. Mewkes?
Yes, I would.
So you go and talk to him so you see how you affect. But thank you for cooperating. We're actually going to have to release you now because your 24 hours in custody is actually over.
Cool.
We'll probably
Am I allowed
call
to
you
go
in.
to Scotland now as well?
No, you have to stay in Plymouth.
Okay.
Okay? So don't leave the area, but police officers will be in contact with you shortly, okay?
Okay.
But thank you for being cooperative in the end. Yeah, we'll have to get some more printouts of those because you've eaten those. Right, okay, well,
Sorry,
I'm gonna leave now. Someone will be back to release you in a minute. Right, okay.
I didn't get my glass of water.
Good afternoon. Police are currently investigating a burglary at a property in Overbridge. It is believed that the incident took place at around 3 AM on Sunday, 2nd of September, at a property on Lidford Close, Overbridge. Items taken include an Asus laptop computer and a basketball were taken. Keys were also stolen, and subsequently a Peugeot 207 registered to the property was also taken, which has since been recovered. An 18-year-old boy has been arrested in connection to the incident. He has since been released under investigation, pending further inquiries. Thank you. Hello, I'm Detective Inspector Sandel, and today I'm going to be talking you through the incident that happened in Lidford Close on Sunday, the 2nd of September 2018. Initially, after the incident, news picked this up. Notably, the Plymouth Live online newspaper titled in article, Jordan Blair, 18, arrested after late night burglary and car theft. The article then details where the house was, when it took place, what was stolen, so an Asus laptop, a basketball, as well as car keys, and subsequently a Peugeot 207. Says the Peugeot has since been located and recovered, and then it shows a picture of Google Maps of the street it took place in. So on the left here you can see Mr. Mewks' property and missing car. Final page then just covers mainly the talk to the media that I gave. So, after the crime, the property market actually did change. So, as you can see, before the crime happened, the average house in Lidford Close, which is the road it took place in, cost $225. However, after the incident, people were quite scared to move there, and thus the housing price actually took a plummet and went down to $135, which is a massive change, and really shows that people in the area are quite frightened about crime. So now I'm going to quickly cover some crime prevention strategies laid out by Devon and Cornwall Police to keep the house safe. This is the link. It covers all 4 of the strategies we're going to talk about. So these 4 strategies are derived from what criminals look for when breaking into your home. So they look for, is anyone there? Is there CCTV covering the area? Is there an alarm in place? And is there an easy way in without getting seen? So, anyone at home, make sure you leave the lights on when you go out. This will make sure that criminals think that there are people inside and won't want to go in and burgle the place. You must also leave the TV or radio on. This will give a similar illusion to the lights, because they'll think you're watching the TV or listening to the radio. You should also make sure your curtains and blinds are left open at appropriate times. During the day they should be open, and during the night they should be closed. If you leave the property, you should make sure a neighbour comes and does this for you, to make sure that your blinds and curtains aren't open during the middle of the night, which will make criminals aware that you're not there. Finally, you should also leave a car on the driveway. This lets them know that you're in the house, actual vehicle's parked there. If you're away, then again, you should let your neighbours park on your driveway, as this will give the same impression to any potential criminals. CCTV covering the area or property. So, if you don't have CCTV, you should consider getting some. It's very valuable. It can pick up criminals as they break into the house. However, you do need to consider the cost. can be very expensive and might not always work. If you do have CCTV, then make sure you check it regularly to make sure it works, and also make sure it's covering the appropriate areas such as your front door and back door and maybe your vehicle. This will make sure it'll pick up anything that might happen. You should also be making sure that the quality of the camera is actually of a high enough quality that it will pick up the faces of any perps, so the police can identify them and then we can bring them to justice. Security alarm. So again, like CCTV, if you don't have an alarm fitted, then consider getting one. They can help. There's a lot on the market, some really basic ones and really advanced ones, all different perks, disadvantages, prices. So make sure that you shop around, know what you're spending your money on. Also, if you already have an alarm in place, make sure it's working. So check it for every 6 months, and also just make sure, it still meets the original installation criteria. And also remember that your alarm system will only work if you use it properly and in accordance with the supplier/manufacturer instructions. So, an easy way in, and would they get seen when trying to get in? So, make sure that the doors and windows to your house are locked. This may sound obvious, but a lot of people leave them open, and also when you leave the house, they should be locked, because no one's in there, and it's really easy for an opportunistic burglar just to come up to the house, try the door handle and get in. You should also not leave spare keys outside in obvious places, so under plant pots, under the doormat, everyone leaves their keys there, shouldn't be done. Burglars are going to know that that's where you leave them, and they're going to touch that first. If they somehow manage to get into property, you should make sure your vehicle keys are not left right by the door. This means they just open the door, see your car keys, pick them up. Alternatively, a lot of criminals use poles and sticks to get in through the letterbox and then retrieve the car keys. So again, make sure they're not there. And also, fitting devices such as chains and door viewers onto your door will help significantly. This is because the chain first gives you an extra bit of security if you manage to break the lock, but also if someone comes to the door, you don't know who it is, you look through the door viewer, make sure they're looking friendly, and then open the door with chain fitted so they can't push your way through. So, now we're just going to do a quick analysis of the night of the 2nd of September and see what Rob did. So, what did Mr. Meeks do right in this scenario? So he had actually left his car on the driveway. So this gave the illusion that he was actually home. However, all of his lights were actually out. This means that, although it's late at night, the criminal could still potentially think that they're not in. And he had also left his living room curtains open, which didn't help, as normally people would close them after watching the TV and go to bed. What he also did wrong was he had no CCTV system in place. This means that they couldn't actually pick up any footage of Mr. Blair breaking into the property, so a bit stuck there. But he has actually got an alarm system fitted. Although, on the flip side, he hadn't checked this alarm system was working in the last 5 years. So unfortunately for Rob, this system was actually ineffective and not working. Finally, what he did right was he had locked the front door and he hadn't left his house keys under the mat. So unfortunately for Rob, Mr. Blair came equipped with a lock breaking kit and he got in, which leads on to the final point of what Mr. Meeks did wrong, which was to leave the car keys right next to the front door. This is so when Blair came through the door, saw the car keys, picked them up along with the basketball and laptop lying by the side, and made off with the Peugeot 207. Right, okay, so could you please state your name for record?
Mr. Ben Atkinson,
And what is your address?
number 3, Lidford Close.
Okay, so can you tell me what you know about the incident that took place on the 2nd of September 2018?
Well, I know there was someone sneaked into the house, and I know they took the car and other valuables.
Okay, and this was at number 1, Lidford Close?
Yep.
Okay, so how has this affected you?
Well, really, I'm scared for my property and my safety, and I'm not very happy because my insurance has gone up. However, mainly I'm scared that someone will sneak into my house, take valuables, and either harm me or someone else.
Okay, so here I've got a list of some support services that we can give you.
Great.
We're going to be trying to up the police presence in the area to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again. So you might see more PCSOs in the area, might do door to door, just give out crime prevention advice.
Yeah, that's great, thank you.
Yeah, so if you make sure you've got an alarm fitted or CCTV, and then make sure it appears that someone's at home all the time.
Yeah,
If you've gone. Okay, good. And then don't leave an easy way into the property, so make sure the door's locked. And
Yeah.
don't leave the car keys right by the front door.
Yeah.
And you should be alright. So here you go, here's your support line. If you call 0808 1689 111
Great.
and speak to them about it, and they will help you out.
Great, thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm CSI Blight. Now, financial costs for crime on communities and individuals. The line chart at the bottom right shows the cost of crime has decreased from 2004 to 2016, with the highest crime cost at £78 billion in 2006 to 7, and the lowest at £44 billion from 2015 to 16. The table on the bottom left shows the total cost of crime in England and Wales from the 2015 to 16. It shows both individual and commercial crimes. For example, some individuals include homicides, violence with and without injuries, robbery, theft of vehicle, all that sort of stuff. And the commercials are commercial robberies, burglaries, theft, and just commercial vehicles. Costs on individuals and society dealing with the fear of crime. A number of papers have been attempted to put value on the cost of fear of crime. This is a value of negative impact. The fear of crime has on individuals' lives, many of whom will never be victims, but will still be afraid to be a victim. Studies have looked at physical and emotional effects of crime, valued the cost of the additional emotional fear of crime suffered by victims. Individuals may choose to take a taxi home late at night rather than public transport, as they will feel safer to be away from other people, strangers. Or they may choose to take another route home to avoid an area they perceive to be dangerous. This behavioural change therefore represents a burden to individuals' lives, and therefore a social cost which is caused by the fear of crime. The study's reviews suggest there are various substantial difficulties inherent in valuing the fear of crime. The fear of crime could be estimated using the figure from Dolan and Peacegood, but this estimate includes fear from victims of crime and therefore would be double counting with estimates in section 5.2 of the report. Therefore, no estimate is made for the wider cost of the fear of crime. There's the link from where I got the information. Now, public perception on individuals' experience, media influence, impact of crime on the victims. As you can see on the top left, there is a graph of the percentage of adults who thought crime in their local area was similar to or higher than crime in the country as a whole. As you see, the percentage has increased quite rapidly. On the top right, there is a line graph of the percentage of adults who think crime has gone down in the past few years as a country as a whole. From 2009 to 2016, it has gradually decreased, with a small peak in 2012 caused by the London riots. On the bottom left of the page, it has the percentage of adults who thought crime had been rising either locally or nationally by the sources they felt had informed their opinion. For example, TV, newspapers, friends, family, that sort of stuff. On the graph, the blue means the crime has risen nationally, the yellow locally. As you can see, most of the time it shows that the population of adults think that local crime has increased more than national. When it comes to the news programs on TV, however, they believe that nationally has increased a lot more. On the bottom right of the screen, it shows the percentage of adults who thought it was likely they would be a victim of crime and the percentage who had experienced the crime in previous years. On the graph, the blue graph shows that it is who says that it is likely to be a victim of crime. The yellow shows who has been a victim in the past 12 months. Most of the time, it's people who think they will be victims of crime. However, from the age range of 16 to 24, more people have actually experienced crimes more than they think they will. I have two media outlets, one from The Guardian, one from the BBC. The Guardian's news outlet is why is violence crime on the rise and who is most at risk. Now this media outlet talks about the knife and gun crime, which has surged in England and Wales, but the causes and solutions are still yet unclear. It shows that it says that the vast majority of people will not be a victim of violent crime in England and Wales, as 4 in 5 people did not experience crime in 2017, and overall crime has steadily decreased since 1995. The BBC, however, is more debating on the crime figures, whether the increase of violence is increasing or actually decreasing. It basically talks about whether or not the statistics are right and whether the sources can be reliable, that sort of stuff. Potential impact on other public service provisions if resources are diverted into dealing with crime, with other crimes. The Guardian reported that it cost the government on average £7.81 to call 999. The people who called 999, a general large population, if they called them more than 700 times in 2 years, this would have cost the service more than £110,000 over a year. A survey of 33 officers in 2 UK forces produced an estimate cost of £1,325 as a realistic minimal sort of wage, and the £2,415 as a realistic estimate of the cost of medium risk or medium term cases produced, which are higher than previously reported, meaning that either some cases have not been properly reported or have not been reported at all. It costs roughly £73 for one officer to be deployed for each case, either go out and see a family who has recently lost a family member, or just to dealing with a bar fight sort of thing. My links, Guardian and Missing Person Police. I have 3 tables on the collective costs of crime to the community. The top left one is funding streams, showing how much it costs for victim support and to deal with these crimes after they've happened. Just a little overview there. The bottom left shows the total cost of repair and rehoming people, also the value of the property stolen and how much has been damaged and how much will be paid. The table on the right shows a big overview of the duration of how long it took to find or how long it's taken to replace the items that were stolen, or how long it's taken to help the victims of crime to not get over, but to help them recover. It also shows how expensive it is to deal with one of these crimes.
Right, okay, thank you for coming. Detective Inspector Sandel, we already met before when I went over your house.
Paul.
Okay, for the recording, could you just state your name for the record?
Robert Mukes.
Okay, and what's your address?
1 Lidford Close.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, so obviously we discussed what happened. Could you just go over again quickly what was happening?
Like I said, I was asleep at it was roughly 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't know exactly, and I heard a noise. I came out and walked through the house, and I got to the front door, which was open, which I had left locked, and my car was driving off down the road.
Right, that's not good, is it? Okay,
No.
but so since the event, how have you felt about things?
Well, I haven't really noticed anything that's been done specifically to prevent stuff like this happening again. I don't know if you are doing anything to prevent other people from suffering the same fate, but I haven't seen any differences. That doesn't mean you're not doing anything.
Okay, so on that point, we've actually upped the police presence. We've got more patrols going out at night. You might not notice them, but we're planning on deploying PCSOs and police cadets into the area to do door-to-door crime prevention stops, giving out crime prevention advice, leaflets, stuff like that.
Okay.
I'll also suggest you some crime prevention strategies. Make sure it looks like you're at home. So leave the lights on, leave the car on drive. Obviously you did that. Install CCTV if you have the money. Good to catch the perp. Make sure your alarm's still working. Obviously I understand that you hadn't checked your alarm in the last 5 years.
Yeah, well, I figured it was an alarm. If it was going to break, it would probably not do it when it's not working. If you take my meaning there.
Not particularly, but let's move on. And also, you shouldn't leave your car keys right next to the front door, because when Mr. Blair obviously came into the property, he could just pinch them off the side. Right, okay. Are you feeling at all traumatised by the event?
I mean, slightly. I'm not entirely sure how safe my own home is anymore, or the area around me for that matter.
Okay. So we've spoken to some of your neighbours, and they also feel the same. Here I've got a list of some support lines and where you can go to help. So we've got a government support line here, which is free to call, 0808 16 89111. Okay, you can call those, or you can call the Victim Information Service, again 0808 16 89293. Okay, so they'll just come out and give you support, talk to you on the phone, make sure you're feeling safe.
Okay.
And then we're also support service on offer here. So we've got obviously information advice, but we can also give you all these different things. So say here at Restorative Justice, so you can go and talk to Mr. Blair if you want, and then get things across, and then maybe you'll feel better about it, and he'll realise that what he's done has actually hurt you. And then they'll also help you just navigating the court system and stuff like that, as long as lots of other stuff. And yeah, the teams are highly trained, and they'll be more than happy to help you. So that's the government do that, and also victimsupport.uk do that. Okay, you happy with that?
I think so.
Okay, I'll just give you this list of phone numbers. Okay,
Yeah, I think.
lots of victim support on offer. Right. Okay, thank you for coming in. Hope you feel better soon.
So do I. Cheers.
Right, okay, so on this slide you can see the crime map of Ivybridge. So right here you can see on September 2018 there was one crime in this for close. Now this was the burglary slash theft of the Persian 207 on the 2nd of September. Around you can see that actually it's not a particularly high crime area, but crime does happen along this road. There was 2 down there, and then over here in Ivybridge High Street there's actually 4 crimes in that month. So now coming in a bit more for the crime in this close, which is actually part of Oakhampton Way, hence as well. So you can see here it's still under investigation, and it includes the theft of a car, a laptop, a basketball.
Two, one, go.
Okay, interview. Stop putting your hand up. Alright. Fine. Okay, thank you for coming in. Well, no.
You're under arrest, you idiot.
No, thank you for coming in. Yeah?
Can I use my mugshot as my passport photo?
Maybe. Just out of the custody sergeant.
Cool.
Jesus Christ.
But hey, what the hell?
Come on guys, come on. Jordan, you got to start cooperating.
Yeah, you've actually got to start cooperating now. Okay, so what did have I already said you got that? Okay.
We got printing.
Right.
That's Prince off.
I'll take some cameras.
You say I'll take some cameras for you. I'll take some cameras for you. See. I'm struggling with the lock.
Come on, you're white.
Tell you what, my hand is so shaky.
Yeah, this is what I'm
Ready?
Yep.
Oh my god, wait. How do I...
Yeah.
Can't move your head down. You need to like bend down a bit. No, don't be afraid. Just get your head like a normal
Just
pose.
try to tilt the camera back a bit.
Okay, right. Could you just state your name?
State your name, cuz.
That's the name. Right. So, just like to state your name. What am I going to say next? Right. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Don't think this is a laughing matter, Tom.
1.
Start again.
You know, I'm remembering in my head.
Just hurry.
Okay, right, come on.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Right, okay, recording 002 of interview. 1. Wait, what? I meant to say interview.
No fucking way. That's definitely going in the bloopers here.
What a rule.
No, I think you put that. No, put that in the main one. Put that in the main one.
Keep going.
Right.
Right, go from
Actually,
pun
have a seat.
Go from pun in your mouth and
Take
spit
it
it
out
out
of
your
your
mouth.
mouth. Yeah, spit it out of your mouth. Okay.
Just spit it out.
No, what you got to go back?
Oh! No, don't do it over here, just look over there.
Put
So
it at the
we
top.
can't actually
Put it at
see
the top.
No.
I was gonna say maybe.
Keep it rolling. It's still rolling. We can
Is
cut
he
it
still a basketball? Okay. I think that's
It's fine. He held for long enough to
James,
cut it.
it's your in now.
Right, ready.
Right, okay. Right,